Good morning, Vikings. This morning, 6S will be leading our prayer and pledge. Please stand.
In union with the holy sacrifice, mass throughout the world, for the salvation of souls, the reparation of sins, the reunion of all Christians, and in particular for the intentions of the Holy Father this month. Amen. Holy Spirit, amen.
Please continue to stand to recite the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. This is Sasha and
Will.
And our news starts right now. This month we are looking at the gospel value of compassion. Compassion is a deep feeling of sympathy for someone who is suffering. It's not just an emotion. Compassion is accompanied by a strong desire to take action and help the person or creature who is suffering.
Have you ever seen someone who was hurting and found yourself hurting as well? Did that inward hurt prompt you to act on behalf of that individual? This is compassion.
Why not pick up some reading this summer about famous people who practice compassion, like Mother Teresa, who spent her life caring for the forgotten poor of Calcutta, or the Dalai Lama, who taught profound lessons showing how compassion can be incorporated in leadership. Both of these individuals received the Nobel Peace Prize for their compassionate efforts.
Despite the fact that they ended up being world leaders, they both had humble beginnings. What about you, HRA? What can you do to show compassion? You can help change the world one person at a time.
Tomorrow, that's the deadline. Who will be the artist of renown to have their masterpiece grace the cover of the next year's HRA calendar. Calendar art is due tomorrow to Mrs. Wood. Remember, art must be on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper using the colors blue, black, and gray only. Your rendition must include the school mission statement and obviously 2019 to 2020. We will announce the winner on Friday.
Tomorrow is also the deadline for ordering roses for Mother's Day. What a deal. Only $2 for a long stem rose. Get your order forms and money to Miss Melton by the end of the day tomorrow. Make Mom happy.
This Friday, we will be celebrating the May procession and crowning of Mary beginning at 8 a.m. before the all-school Mass. Dress uniforms are required. 2nd and 8th graders will gather in the narthex.
One final very important announcement. Next week will be the last week the library is open. Miss Kelly reports that there are almost 100 overdue books from as far back as January.
Wow, that means that almost a third of the students here need to bring back books. Geez, I hope I'm not one of them.
Well, you'll know soon enough if you are one on that list, Sasha. And guess what, HRA? If you cannot find those books, you will still have out your parents, or you will be receiving a bill. So look in every nook and cranny for those HRA library books.
Now over to 6S for the word of the day.
Our Lady of Good Counsel. In the 5th century, Genozzano, a small town southeast of Rome, contributed a large sum of money to Pope Sixtus III for the restoration of St. Mary Major Church in Rome. In appreciation, a church was built in Genozzano and entrusted to the care of the Augustine Fathers. As time passed, the church was in need of large repairs. With no help from a town, a local widow donated all of her savings to the restoration, but was unable to finish the project. On the feast of St. Mark, April 25th, 1467, a crowd of people witnessed a cloud descended upon the unfinished church. The church bells began to ring on their own, and as the cloud moved, it revealed a portrait of Mary that came to rest counsel on a narrow ledge near an unfinished wall in the church. The painting, now known as Our Lady of Good Counsel, is on a thin layer of plaster as thin as an eggshell and is suspended without support.
2 weeks after the event, 2 refugees from Albania arrived in the town and testified that the same painting was in a church in Albania a few weeks earlier, but disappeared when the town was invaded. Upon checking the story, an empty space the size of the picture was left in the plaster of a church at Scutari in Albania. Because of this miraculous event, the church on Janazano was completed and pilgrimages began. In the first 6 months, over 170 miracles were recorded. Our Lady of Good Counsel, pray for us. Now over to Audrey with the weather.
It is currently 66 degrees with a high of 89 degrees and a low of 70 degrees. And for lunch, there's pizza, cheese, pepperoni, and sausage with mac and cheese, baked potato, salad bar, and ham and cheese on wheat. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks for joining us today. This is Tasha
And Will.
at HRA, where we bring honor to ourselves, our family, school, and church, take responsibility for our words and actions, and strive to achieve as students and citizens. Have a wonderful Wednesday.